That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, fucking no badass. Not only do I have my one-legged friend, Mr. Matt, I have Agent as well, who's a man behind the scenes, finds a lot of articles, and you might know him for doing stuff with me in the after show, which there will be an after show today. So if you're a member like Mexon or Kristen Nark or Sliggins, what you got to do is you have to sync your Discord with that membership, and you can check it's on time. Right on time. I didn't mean to be.
Yeah.
How often am I truly late? 3 to 5 minutes for the time. Tommy is selling hard. I don't know what I'm selling. But you can buy one of my t-shirts. Support the show. Like and share. Yeah, what hit that like button right now. So don't just hit it, just smash it. What's going on, gents?
I'm chilling, man. Just here to make fun of DarkViper.
DarkViper! I don't know exactly what's going on. I like to react. I like to give you that super, what you're paying for, that Tommy C reaction. I get a kick out of this guy because he outright said it. He doesn't think mockery is a part of fair use. The thing is about him, he's exposed himself because the longer this has went on, the more abundantly clear.
Listen, fuckhead.
Hey, Reynold Hughes, he's been around for a long time, 11 months. There we go. He's also a Patreon supporter. Thanks so much. Look, this is not about protecting anybody's IP or their content, especially, what's a speedrunner other than a React streamer? I mean, he does a talk show like everybody else. I really don't think it's anything different, but I think Karl Jobst kind of exposed him in a roundabout way when he says, he sits around arguing with trolls all night. Like, can you imagine being that insane? Where you imagine, all right, take all the complaints I get from lolcow, just by me personally. Can you imagine if I gave a shit? Like, I'd be insane. I'd be like DarkViper. God, it's like who told this little entitled bitch that your opinions and the way you look at the world has to be respected by somebody else? I don't respect it at all. God, I don't think he's beyond thin-skinned. He's mentally ill. That's what I think. And I like he constantly accuses everybody of being a bad faith arguer, but he never addresses anybody's arguments. And when he does, they're like arguments that nobody's making. This guy didn't criticize me correctly. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody ever gets criticized in a way they want. Otherwise, it wouldn't be criticism. Ha! Ha! All right, let's check this shit out, man. Boom. All right, so what's this? You line this one up, Matt, right? I think. Or...
let me see. So, fucking DarkViper has been making video after video, collecting clips from his streams, where each time someone says something about him, he has to say something. He has to have a response, and that's fine with like a Nicholas Diorio or Chud Logic or you. But also, he's responding to people like our good friend of the podcast.
Let me ask you something: is he responding to any YouTuber directly, other than putting them in the thumbnail and just saying they're stupid? They're stupid. I'm so smart, and they're stupid.
I think he is he's responding to tweets. He's responding to clips and all that stuff. But the thing is, though, he's responding to like the smallest of the small, like our friend I Bully Bullies.
And blocking just about everyone.
Yeah, see, I look at somebody bullies. I just want to make content with, like from his ridiculous statements, which I have in the past. It'd be interesting what his arguments are, though. Let me see this.
And why people speak as they do. It's like people as a concept are interesting to me. It's impossible to stop one individual from having weird, false ideas about me. Let me bring up as an example.
But I'm gonna try. Exactly. Imagine saying something that's true and not following through with it.
Here's I Bully Bullies saying, not even a minute in and you are already twisting the truth. There are not enough words in the dictionary to express my disappointment. from the VTuber. What did he say that was untrue? Bully's response, he said the video was universally hated when the like to dislike ratio tells a different story. The VTuber responds, I rewatched the video to that point. DarkViper said he got a lot of dislikes. This seems to be an accurate representation. Can you point out the timestamp where he says universal hatred? Bully says, you can't be serious right now. VTuber responds,
No, you can't. Bully's right there. They're splitting hairs. That's bad faith.
That's his whole community.
That's bad faith.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So these are you want to talk about our communities being stupid. That's fucking bad faith, and that's stupid. And then it turns. What happens is when you do something like that, it gets into a semantic debate after this.
I am serious. You're accusing him of twisting the truth, but you have misquoted him. Surely if you have such a...
He hasn't misquoted him. He paraphrased him.
Oh my god.
Nobody knows what anything means. Yeah, I don't get him either. Yeah, he's like you. Thanks, bullies.
high regard for the truth, you should demonstrate that by not...
Now, we're going to turn this into a misinformation, malinformation, and that's a new way to get out of every argument. And it also keeps you from addressing the fact whether you tell the truth or not. Now we're talking about bullies. We're not talking about Viper. And all this does for Viper is just gets to use this and see, there is no possible criticism that could actually be legitimate.
Yeah.
Twisting his statements. Bully's response is about the way it's presented. Can't you see that? I'm going to assume you're too young to know better and move on from this conversation.
That's a pussy move.
To which I said it didn't do well and got a lot of dislikes. Cheeto himself noted the negative reception enough to have to comment on it. The comments that spoke on the contents of the video were indeed largely negative. It says here, getting a lot of negative comments on this video. And I can show you...
Largely negative. Largely negative would be at least more than 50%. Was it 50%?
I'm not sure.
I'm not.
The first minute of the video, just for funsies. So as you guys likely know, I was very recently...
Can you imagine thinking you proved something by fucking... You imagine that? You imagine being that deluded?
A little bit of drama because I took down someone re-uploading one of my videos to YouTube, and I had a lot of issues.
And that's not true either. He commented on it. He just didn't straight really, because that's bad faith too. Because I watch Judd stuff. He doesn't freeboot anything. He talks over everything. He's just re-uploading one of his videos.
Issues with YouTube, having them read any...
This always looks weird, and I do this too. But this looks really weird. Look at him. Look at himself. Wow, you're beautiful, boy. You're doing a great job. Jesus Christ, being a maniac.
Email at all. Kind of frustrating, but it was all resolved. As a consequence, some people have made...
resolved. You lost. Oh no! Did Chud have to take it down, or he just didn't?
I think he took it down. Well, he came on your stream. He said he took it down.
He took it down. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Videos talking about the incident. One such video was made by Cheeto. What a name! I know nothing about this dude, but I do know that his video did not do particularly well, getting 30,000 views in 2 days and getting a lot of dislikes. And the comments.
Yeah, I think he is presenting. It does have a significant amount of dislikes, I guess, but that doesn't undo the video. I mean, like stuff that he must have a really ingrained fan base.
He does.
Yeah, he must have a really.
I just found out he has millions of subscribers.
He argues with these people so he can get his dopamine fixed by them cheering him on.
That VTuber guy responded to one of my tweets.
Really?
I am a nobody on Twitter, and they responded to one of mine.
Interesting.
We're really not happy with this video. To summarize his video, I can use what Yorsky is saying. And say, that's all I said. The video didn't do very well, got a lot of dislikes. The comments were very negative, which is all very true. And so when I point this out, he says, you're so scared of losing control of the narrative that it's sad. I stand by my quote though, stop twisting what people are saying. Hun, go to bed, the adults are talking. Talking to this VTuber person. Like, I'm not ignorant. I know these people will exist. Doesn't matter what I say. There will be some people who hear...
Why are you addressing it? Because you address everything.
Entirely different words. But as a phenomenon, it's still interesting to me, right? And so I'm going to keep... That's
always the excuse. I really don't care, but this is interesting to me. Or I'm just doing it for the laughs. No, you're freaking out. You're unglued. You know, like, nah, you're freaking out. I know some people do that. I'll fuck with somebody online just to get a fucking rise out of them. But you're doing it a little too much to be believable. It's not believable. You're soft.
Talking on it, I hope it's not too annoying for people.
Perhaps that's bad faith. I like how opinions are bad faith now too.
This next ramble, I don't really know if I should talk about, and so I'm going to speak very vaguely. If you happen to stumble across small YouTube videos that are ostensibly criticisms of me know that as much as I would like to respond to all of them, I no longer can.
I thought you said you didn't. You didn't care. Well,
has been some developments where online dramas have leaked into my personal life. The
third time he went out of his way to respond, by the way. What is Bully's talking about?
Third time he went out of his way to respond. Yeah, so this is the third time he's responded to bullies in a video.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Some form.
Give me a break.
The world in a degree that is
I believe Bully's like the last guy I respond to.
no longer safe for me to engage with this sort of material anymore. And so as much as I really enjoy tearing people a new one when they're so clearly in the wrong and know nothing, well, it was never a good use of my time, but now I don't even consider it safe to engage with this material anymore. And that sucks.
He's in danger.
Especially because I wrote a really long script refuting someone's video. It was 10 whole pages. In fact, it was like 11 or 12 until I cut a page out.
Insane. You're just insane to waste that kind of time.
The video he's talking about is the British showrunners video, which was 41 minutes long. And he said to the British showrunner that he was going to make a 4-hour response to him.
Oh, unbelievable.
Out of it, because Spider said it was too long. It was really good. Crushed a person, but it's like I can't release it anymore.
I don't think you're crushing anybody. You're completely... And I tell you something, long term you hurt yourself because now you're only embedded in your group. Everybody outside of that, any new fans know you're a fucking jerk off that false flags and takes down criticism. And lies about somebody freebooting their video. He uploaded my whole video. That's not fucking true. He didn't upload shit. That's true. That's a lie.
Because it just further engagement with these people is just it's not safe for the people I care about and myself in my.
Oh, he's in danger. He's in danger. Somebody might kill him. What is this? 2014 Gamergate? Fucking I'm in danger. You feel bad for you. Talk about audience manipulation, emotional manipulation.
Ian Keffels are great friends.
And you notice he hasn't really taken up anything. He just says, the guy that arguing for me in my place, the VTuber person, is right. There's nothing convincing about that. You only can be convinced if you're an egomaniac.
In like the real world. It's fortunate that I'm a country away from these people. There was also a video where I sat and recorded stuff like 4 hours, meticulously debunking video. That too will not release anymore either. And that sucks. So if you ever stumble across one of these videos...
Nicholas and Diorio Tom... Oh, he's going over old shit. Like, Jesus Christ. Well, woke M&M's. Oh, he's going over our drama from like 2 years ago. I'm looking at Chud. Holy crap. I was like, what did I do?
Videos know with some confidence that everything they say in those videos is complete bullshit, but I no longer can refute them because it's just, as I say, not safe or a good use of time. One of the hardest pills that I've had to swallow becoming a large content creator is accepting that, debunking this stuff, refuting it as absolutely...
I'm going to say this. I don't think you debunk much of anything.
Clip of that?
You don't, what's this? He's in danger. He and Keppels should take a trip together, maybe start a fundraiser and go bowling. God, that is the one place everybody goes when they fucking fucked it up. And here's the real long-term damage. And this is something I said about technicals too, and that turned out to be true as well. Nobody's coming in. Like, enjoy what you have now. It's probably not going to grow. You know, and so, I mean, you might be really insulated. You might even have the cloud capital, but now people know you outside of that world because, you know, the commentary community reaches a slew of other communities, not just one. And they're going to know you're just a weak little bitch. And you didn't refute anything. You just said you refuted it.
As I can is not the best way to disengage with drama or to engage with this material at all.
People strike this stream, by the way. Oh, fine, let's see what happens. And feel free to re-upload it.
I need to have some cutoff, some threshold, where something reaches a certain level of notoriety, of attention, before I bother speaking about it. If I were to give an exact number for this threshold, I think like 150,000.
I might dare him to take me to court. Maybe he comes from Germany.
Views is probably what would be necessary for me to bother with this in the future. And I have to make assessments now because of the involvement of certain groups of people as to whether it's safe at all for me to engage at all in anything anymore. I'm speaking vaguely, but if you ever see someone in the
vaguely, so you can't be held accountable how stupid this is. And it's pretty stupid on the surface, so
wild being like, Mr. Dark,
silly. It's manipulation. You're feeding your old fan backs to show you're in danger so they feel bad for you, which is one of the, I mean, you and Boogie should go bowling.
I just can't refute these big brain assholes. It's like, it's not the case.
You haven't debate. You know, I tell you something. I hate those fucking debates. But if anybody would get absolutely annihilated, it'd be him. And I know he doesn't have the guts. I could see it. I mean, look where he's hiding.
I have lived a long career, and being an expert in myself and my career, I am very much so equipped to debunk
Sounds like Vosh.
people who try and understand things from my past with the tiny amounts of that information.
Can you debunk me thinking you're an asshole? Just a question. You know, you think you're an asshole? Think you're soft? You cannot do like. I mean, this is so clearly about you. Dawn Daybreaker Trade. I think so. With all the stuff that's coming out about Viper autism, especially after the British one, I'm not sure who's more pathetic, him or Tipster. We'll get to him later.
That still exist. They are so incredibly ignorant, yet so completely unaware. And it is funny to watch. But again,
wait a minute. They're so incredibly ignorant, yet so incredibly unaware. By the way, ignorance means a lack of awareness. So you're not even using the English language all that well.
No longer safe to
ignorance literally means I don't know. You don't know. You're ignorant. You're not aware. So what? That's he used the same word twice. I mean, God, what kind of? And this guy thinks he's some kind of fucking genius.
I just need to. Is it pride? Swallow my pride, or just act like a fucking adult and stop arguing with people on the fucking internet?
Yeah, what are you, adult? You're a fucking video game player for a living. Give me a break. Holy shit.
And move on beyond this shit. I mean, certainly anything that exists to refute already exists in my material refuted, but you have to know where to look. And only my most dedicated audience, being around for many years, would know of such refutations already. But, you know, them's the breaks. The internet is a gross place sometimes. I like to some degree banter as much as the next person, but when it spills over into real life and there's potential threats.
DarkViper UK, me, an asshole? I'm a human being, not an asshole. Also, me being soft, I'm actually rock hard at this type. Please stop with these childish words. Good invitation. No, he's impossible to watch. DarkViper recently emailed Karl Jobst and confirmed that he has cut off ties with Karl over Starforge sponsorship instead of discussing with directly. So so Starforge is a company run by somebody he's extremely jealous of, old Bucktooth Bill. What's his name?
Asmongold.
Yeah, Asmongold. And he took a sponsorship and he broke it off because of them. Although I will say this, I haven't been terribly comfortable with Karl, like my friend. I thought you were a good friend. How did you not see he was an asshole years ago, Karl? I mean, really. DarkViper did email me this is the reason I will never hold it against somebody for not wanting to be my friend. Do you have a clip of that? You sound like it. DarkViper makes me miss when everyone had the F-slur pass. Next, somebody for not being be there talk to me, nor should anybody else. I find it a reason to be unhealthy and not a good thing, but it's not why I'm upset. However, and I have every right to be upset. Everybody blows you off like this without giving another person an explanation. Does this make you a bad person? You know what? This guy's just terribly autistic. There's something wrong with him. It's clear. I almost feel like now that I'm bullying him because he's just like he's the ultimate, guy that was told he's smart by mom. I debunked these things. Wow. I said they're debunked. Karl Jobst tweeted this about ArcViper, where the leaks and emails comes from. Karl, I don't have people close to me by choice. Friendship requires trust, and I don't get that out unnecessarily. Oh, what a weirdo. I spent most of my life being kicked by those who haven't given me a measure of trust, and I don't find letting myself into situations. What does this have to do? Unbelievable. What does that got to do with you, like, breaking it off because he went over somebody you're terribly jealous of? And I'll tell you something. Say what you want about Bucktooth Bill. He takes a lot of criticism and heat and gets canceled every so often. He walks through it like a champ. God, what a weak guy. I think I'm in the right order. So Bovax made a accusation. Rainbow Passage is sketchy as fuck. And I came to the conclusion while browsing their website live, giving full context of my opinions, and while they're showing everything they put up, I'm not making this up out of nowhere. They allegedly taken people who are in dangerous living situations to be housed by unvetted volunteers. Well, how do you vet volunteers? Like, they're doing something like that. Like, do they have to go to bring in the homeless crazy person school? These same volunteers are also Discord general chat of Rainbow Passage, doxing doctors they dislike. Do you know anything about this, Agent or Matt? Doxing doctors they dislike?
I don't know much about the whole doc. Know that Tipster advertised this charity, but I don't know if there's been any like real evidence of any wrongdoing that they've done so far.
He just thinks it's sketchy.
Yeah, he just thinks it's
which
sketchy.
is entitled. Did he accuse them of committing any kind of crime or doing something illegal? He just doesn't. He finds it sketch.
He just said, yeah, he just thinks it's sketchy.
I think he's entitled to that. I'm happy to take the video down and apologize if I'm proven wrong, but anyone who looks at the website now can see it's super sketchy. I don't like that. Why is it sketchy? You shouldn't support organizations that look this unprofessional. I also think his excuse is leak. Unvetted volunteers? What do you vet them for? And why are they helping people that are only gay? Why don't you just help people that are in fucking dangerous situations, period? You know?
Yeah.
But regardless of that, he's certainly entitled to it. I get Bobax doesn't like me. It's fine. He can hate and attack me all he likes, but by attacking the trans charity and labeling sketchy and creepy at the height of an alt-right trans critic, he doesn't believe any of this stuff that he's saying. Labels of trans people are groomers, pedos, and undesirables is not the move. Rainbow Patch does a lot of good. I bet you can't prove that. LGBTQ community plus helps to keep trans people currently living in dangerous conditions safe. And you labeling them as creepy and misrepresented what they do is quite frankly kind of gross. And the only one that serves to fuel more hatred and bigotry towards these trans people. Boy, I don't know who is lame or him or fucking. And your comment in this section is pretty good to indicate the kind of hatred that you're contributing to. I mean, he does not believe this. He doesn't believe any of this. None of it. Zero. So he's a bigot. He doesn't like the goddamn charity. What do we currently require help with? Transport, safe area, housing, shelter, access to HRT, assistant conducting health virus convoy. Okay. The ideal host is looking for something more than just a good deed. They're opening up friends. I don't understand what the fucking any of this horse shit is. I don't know. That's his opinion. So what?
Basically, this charity is like a trans underground railroad, is the way I heard.
Where are they going? Where are they shipping them to?
I don't know.
You had to go to the railroad. You had to go from A to B. Where's B?
Out of unsafe like trans states or whatever. Anti-trans states.
Anti-trans states. All right. Underground railroad.
They're taking them from the south and shipping them to the north.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's not surprised somebody as hateful and bigoted as Bobax, he doesn't believe that, would spend his time degrading an amazing activist like Animal J. Smith.
Animal J. Smith.
Animal J. Smith? That's weird.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I thought I was like, my dyslexia was animal. That's the first thing now. Just because someone engages in a kink lifestyle doesn't mean shit. And that's his only criticism. You think, I don't know. This is I just thought he was looking for. Do you think because he took so much shit from, flirting with every broad that came his way that he connects, like he sees himself as somebody who's being punished because of his kinks, and that's why he connects with the transgender crowd? I don't even know if I believe that.
I think it's just I found a group that accepts me, and I'm gonna go all in with them.
Do they? I mean, he's got 15 likes in this tweet.
Well, at least he thinks they accept him.
Let's see what other ones. Where is the? You got to get. God, mommy's ain't gonna fuck. There's not one like. Where's the dopamine? Like, I mean, at least DarkViper's got like 20,000 people to sit there and say, what a good person he is and how oppressed he is, and stay safe. Jesus Louise.
He gets his dopamine from knowing he's defending a guy with a 9/11 roleplay kink.
Yeah, did you hear about the 9/11 roleplay?
Yeah, I did. September 11th Roll Team Consulting post, the gift that keeps on giving. Hey, faithful folks and followers, friends new and old. It's a late in the kennel and I've got an early class, but it should be out of bed, I wanted to drop a note about the 9/11 roleplay post where I offered to be a consultant for a Discord server that reenacts that's picked up more than
Planes hit the towers. Can you believe it?
Picked up 100,000 notes since late August. I'll bet. 7 months down the road. Fuckhead. Thank you, Pigeon. 7 months down the road, it continues to draw comments and reactions. I'll bet. And pop up from time to time in my mentions. A few are designed to work my nerve, of course. The vast majority balm my spirit. Most variations. He had me in the first half, not going to lie. Keyboard smashes around. I don't even understand anyway. What the fuck is he trying to say? Hold on a second. Let's go to this thing. There'd be some specific ass events. So what do these people do? They pretend?
Yeah, they pretend to like
They
they
be
pretend to be
witnesses?
like people. I don't know if it's witnesses or if it's just like
Or in the building?
the-
Look out!
No, I think it's just like I kind of interpret it as like you're a normal person and just 9/11's happened. Like you're just sitting there watching TV or something and 9/11's happened.
What would they do with somebody like me that experienced the whole thing? You know?
They probably ask you a lot of fucking questions.
Really?
Yeah, they probably like want to interview you and stuff. And like, what were you feeling in that moment? What did you see?
Terrified. I was worried about my girlfriend because she was stuck on the Canal Street. That's what I remember. It's just, it seems like a kink, not really concern. I don't want these guys masturbating. I can imagine, like, hey, we brought Tommy C in there. He was in the New York, New Jersey area during the time, and I could just hear him whacking off while I'm telling him my story.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor of the terror attacks, 4 blocks east of the World Trade Center. Well, you must be rich. I lost my home that day. How? 4 blocks away. Spent years in a homeless destitute. Oh, this is just a weird fantasy. And I carry a Zendronga Act diagnosis of 9/11 connected PTSD. If anyone is doing this RP, needs character coaching, if you need to be with authentic scenarios, I'm happy to help with the services at a reasonable wait. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. This guy's saying he was there?
I guess he's saying
4
he was
blocks
there. He's
away.
like,
He lost his. Like, first of all, 4 blocks away. Is there any? There's only apartments. Like, he doesn't have a house. There's no house in Manhattan like that I'm aware of. Where the fuck could he lived? Hold on a second.
I'm not sure.
It's time for Google Maps. World Trade Center, Google Maps. Woo! Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. So, if I'm not mistaken, there. Okay, that's where the towers were. Let's. How can I switch this to? Why is Boogie calling me? Why can't I switch this to? Hold on a second. World Trade Center, Google Earth. Maybe that's better. I'm streaming. Oh, Google Earth. Well, I can't even get. I want to turn it to the. All right. Well, why can't I turn this to the
Bottom left.
Yeah, oh, there it is. Okay.
There should
Yeah,
be.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know, I like this view better for some reason. Okay. 4 blocks. Well, let's go swimming pool, massive bio. These are all business buildings. There's a restaurant. And we are, what, 2 blocks away. A Holiday Inn, Manhattan Metropolitan College. Like, this is not a...
I mean, is the same
These are
since
fun.
2001 though? Like, are these the same?
Well, the way I remember it, I like, we took the, we used to be able to take the PATH train, like, from Newark, or was it Newark? Yeah. And that would go right on the World Trade Center. I remember I went when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup. And, but this is, I don't think there's anything other than apartments near here. it's not a residential area, and if there is, there are apartments. And I got to be honest with you, they have money. So 4 blocks away from the area, you got to figure like this whole area was completely down. But how could you lose your house? First, there's no houses. First of all, that's an odd choice of words for somebody who lives in like one of the busiest city. This place even today is bumping with people going to work. There's no houses here. Now, I've heard about people losing their restaurant and stuff. And I do think when some of the building fall down, it did damage buildings around there. But this place isn't residential. And the apartments they do have are just that, apartments, not houses. I just think that's so bizarre. I could be wrong. Look, I'm not a New Yorker, but I mean, I've been there a bunch of fucking times. I've been 4 blocks east of World Trades. I lost my home.
Yeah,
home. He didn't say house, in fairness. Do you want to get the essential street view from the ground? That has timelines as well and images from a couple years after 9/11. Yeah, but if the house is gone, he lost his house. Now, I could see a situation where they condemned his apartment complex. And he could own, some people own their own apartments. But boy, that's serious money. I think it's bullshit. Yeah, this sounds like a scam. But I'm a bigot. You know? Sure. Fireworks are unsafe and illegal in most jurisdictions. Oh, this is so weird. Well, that's weird too. That's pretty weird. Is there anything other funny that came out of this?
I think that's it.
Let's take some calls. Kai said,
I know he does like puppy play or some shit, like dresses up like a fucking
Yeah, he
BDSM
believes he's a dog trapped in a human's body or something like that.
Yeah.
awesome. Boy, you want to talk? Oh boy. Kai said's penis is out there. Congratulations. Brandon Buckingham says, so Fresh and Fit guy, his entire career was built around giving relationships anxiety and being red pill, has admitted to having unprotected sex with a prostitute, getting her pregnant, and now is aborting his own child. Is this not incredibly ironic? I don't know if it's ironic at all. It's hypocritical. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm interested in. And I don't care about that story anymore. Oh, yeah, this douchebag. Kick streamer Neon has been arrested in Dubai and being detained. Do we know anything about this? You know anything about this, Agent, right?
No, I don't know.
Agent.
Do you, Agent?
The most I know is that the girlfriend is staying silent and saying that more will come soon, but she can't speak on it quite yet.
He's in big trouble then, huh?
Yeah.
What did he do? Over in Dubai? Let me tell you something. That's one place you don't want to fuck around.
He recorded somewhere that he should not have recorded.
Oh, probably a fucking mosque or something.
I don't think it was it might not have been a mosque, but I think it was somewhere sacred that they don't allow people to record.
It's probably as a religion. He's
in
big trouble. The one thing you don't want to fuck around with is a Middle Eastern country. And Dubai is like, if you're going to get fucked, that's the one to get fucked in. They just killed you in another one. And where was he filming? Do we have any idea? And he found our girlfriend, Sam Frank.
That's the most I know, that he got caught filming in like an area I guess he should not have been filming.
These Westerners like, well, I can go to other countries and do whatever the fuck I like. Wrong. That's what Charlie Murphy said. Wrong. I saw some comedian. He does a perfect Charlie Murphy imitation. He tells bullshit stories. It's pretty funny. He makes up stories about Hollywood. It's really good because wrong. He's an habitual line stepper. It was pretty funny. What do we got? Anything in there? Let's go with Sip Man. Sip Man, what you got for the show?
Oh, I just wanted to know, what was your role-playing character as?
A douchebag from New Jersey panicking.
Is this how Matt lost his leg?
I'm an overweight officer dealing with my bisexuality, and then the planes hit the towers.
Bro,
I'll tell you. I've told my 9/11 story too, but the most amazing thing about it is I worked the night shift at a. I did tech support for 56K dial modems. They're pretty much dying out at the time, but that's how I was making. I was making $20 an hour back then. It was pretty good, and I came home at 5 and I went to sleep, and I usually would sleep to 1 or 2 at that point. And for some reason, I woke up around 8:30, 8:45, and felt totally refreshed. It was weird. Flipped on Fox News, saw a hole in the first building. And that night, because I get a lot of time to read in the internet, I read 2 things that night. This is completely bizarre. I read the FBI 10 Most Wanted list, which Osama bin Laden was on, right? And I also read about the guy just prior to World War I who crashed a plane into the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Like those are the 2 articles that I read last, just to pass the time while drinking coffee or what have you. So my first reaction was, whoa, that's crazy. That guy he flew and he must really be a terrible pilot, And I think that was my way of kind of denial, because I should have known what happened. I called my dad, who was in Pennsylvania. He's on a business trip. And I told him, I was like, you'll never believe what I'm about to tell you. And I told him, and time slowed down. And I had my hand on the phone, and I looked at the television, and here's what I heard. As the plane was flying in, I bet it was on purpose. Boom.
Second plane.
And I couldn't talk. Yeah. So that would have been around 9:15, I think. 9:15, 9:20, something like that. And my initial reaction was like, oh, come on, Dad. Oh boy, I bet it was on purpose. That's what he said. And I said, you'll never believe this. There's been another explosion. Let me get off the phone. Because the next thing I was thinking of my girlfriend, because I knew she was leaving to go to work. So I was like, I'll catch her. She went early that day. And that was another surreal moment. Getting her, like, we had to go from Hoboken to Newark to and then she was on the ferry, and then she wasn't on the ferry. And I think we ended up getting her at Newark Grand Central Station. And yeah, I saw it first rate. I saw the people with the dust on them stare with the 1,000-mile stare. And in the morning, even as far as where I was, you can check where I live. I lived in, I was living in Edison at the time, Edison, New Jersey. Yeah, there was dust on cars in the morning, if I remember correctly. And then for about a month, there was just 2 smoke plumes where the buildings used to be. It was like I remember Opie Anthony said it was like 2 ghosts hanging over the city. It did. It looked like it was alive. And that was my experience. And then I wanted to join that day, but I didn't. I ended up doing it like 2 years later.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what really happened. So that would give those people over that thing a real boner. But yeah, I kind of freaked out.
Oh,
I didn't know what to do because I knew this was important and I knew this was a moment. I'm very patriotic, or I was, and I kept on thinking my grandfather who died in 97. Like, what would he do? Because Pearl Harbor happened. He was like signing up the next day. So what's my responsibility? That's what I was thinking. So there's my story.
I was just in high school.
You were in high school? You're old too. You're in your 30s then.
Yep.
You're older than me.
What? Am I
that was a really funny bit, Tommy.
All right. Let me make way for the entertainment class. The Oh Hi Mark.
Oh Hi Mark. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh Hi Mark in here. 3, 2, 1. Oh Hi Mark.
Oh hey. It was my shit working, right? Sorry, it's been a minute.
No, you're good.
All right, cool. So you actually saw like the second tower get hit
on TV?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, on TV. But when I drove, the first thing I did is I drove to Kenilworth, New Jersey, where my girlfriend's mother lived, and I was freaking out about her freaking out. I went there and she was like, "Oh, did you see what's going on TV?" I was like, "Yeah." Like you're doing, should be okay. Don't worry about it.
How would you modernize
yeah, that's what
9/11 sleepover party for like a modern audience? Would it be like a Columbine shooting thing or like?
I don't know.
All right, everyone, we're gonna do role play. Everyone, try to call your family members after a trip in Ohio.
Yeah, I also remember something else when we were traveling back. I remember we stopped at Hoboken because I guess she was on a ferry or a boat. I don't remember how it got. And she would get off the boat and then walk through. But I remember in Hoboken runs right along the, and this is just the way my memory is. And I was sitting in the back of the car. My girlfriend's brother was in the passenger seat, and my girlfriend's father was in the front seat. And I remember, do you ever see those movies, Matt, where they use sort of when somebody has like a flashback scene and they use like old film or like 8mm film and it's kind of yellow. It's kind of like yellow. Well, I remember like laying back there and watching the like the street lights. It was daytime, but the street lights going by and just it was very melodic to me. And I definitely went somewhere else. And it felt like when I think back about that time, for some weird reason, I remember it beat like I see it in that almost like a film, like it's an 8mm film. Like I was like, Jesus Christ, what's going to happen? Because you really didn't know what the next day was going to bring. And it's
kind of crazy. It's
and actually, like, you know what? I can be honest with you. I think it helped ruin my relationship. It was my fault, but I think it ruined my relationship with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in a way
that sounds like an excuse.
It was. Well, no, I needed to grow the fuck up is what I needed to do, and I wasn't, and then that's why she moved on, and she was right to do it. But I think it did.
Nah, she's always wrong, Tommy.
I didn't know what to do with my life.
Look out for yourself, King.
I knew what I wanted to do, and then she told me, "If you join, I will leave you." And she was like the only good thing I had in my life. Otherwise, I was a complete towny loser. So I basically we ended up breaking up anyway because I had no future. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I ended up joining the army, and I never was happier. I don't think at any other time in my life. And she married a fucking soldier that had combat tours and shit. What the fuck's wrong with her? She did. That bitch. She married somebody combat tour.
Did she meet him after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
let me tell you something. I'm not gonna say her name. She was great. She's a great girl. She's first fucking rate. She's a first rate friggin' mom. I did keep touch base with her every so often up until about 3-4 years ago. And she's awesome. We that was the first adult breakup I had because I was about 27, right? And like I will go separate ways and cry in the car on the way home. But you miss her too, Tommy. This is Sarah's part of the story. But no, she went on. It's not that we weren't meant for each other. I just wasn't grown up to handle a real woman at that point in my life. Yeah. That's really what it was.
When she broke up with you, was she like, "Sorry, honey, but the plane hit the second tower"?
No. I said, "Do you want to leave?" And she just paused and said, "Yes." And I said, well,
"It's kind of crazy." Go. It's like I was 2 when 9/11 happened.
Jesus Christ, now I'm old.
So it's sorry. But it's like it's so weird to even think of like what I can't imagine a plane with like taking a plane with it going through TSA and shit. Like I can't comprehend that.
I can't comprehend what the world was like prior to 9/11 because it seems like 2 different Americas. And I noticed that even a year afterwards, especially with the airport, it's probably the most visible, but it seemed like 2 different places. And then it really got weird after I got out of the army 10 years later. Like, whoa, you guys are fucked. And in that way, I think the terrorists kind of won in a weird way. They really damaged our country.
Yeah. I'm more nervous about getting hemmed up by the TSA than like the plane crashing at this point. Every time I fly, I'm more nervous that I forget a knife in my pocket.
I hate fucking flying.
I hate them.
I'm such a pussy now. I hate flying, especially when I'm kids. I'm alone. If I'm going to England where it's only like an hour, I'm good. But I hate flying back home. I hate it.
Yeah. It's also just ocean most of the time, right?
Yeah, it just scares the fuck out of me. End up like Don Lemon saying I went into a fucking another dimension or some shit. I don't want that.
A Langolier situation.
He really fucking really said that. I remember I watched Don Lemon and he did that real cool interview with Morgan Freeman where it's like, oh, that guy's got it together. And then like a month later he said that. I'm like, oh my God, what an idiot. And then he became a Trump wacko after that.
It's weird, like how many people just became like crazy. I don't know, like, am I just noticing it, or has everyone always been crazy? You know, it feels like everything's all weird.
I think. I'm sorry. I knew it different in the United States than you did.
Yeah.
For the first 20. Well, I was 24, 20. I was 23, 24 when that happened. You know. So, and then I wait. You know what got me to join is when that football player got killed. I was sitting in a bar, fucking drinking all my problems away, missing her, by the way. And I was like, well, Jesus Christ, I'm just getting drunk every fucking day. I want to go do something. And it turned out it was a dramatic move.
What year did you join?
2004.
So you were drinking every day, and you're like, man, I got to stop drinking every day and do something.
No, I thought, here I am.
Where you drink every day?
Here I am rooting on the whole thing, and that guy had everything to lose. What was his name? The guy in the Cardinals, was it St. Louis Cardinals or Arizona Cardinals?
Flash Thompson.
Tillman. Yeah, Tillman. I was like, he got killed. And there was a big bullshit. So he got killed by friendly fire, but there's a bullshit story out, probably by the Bush administration, that he was killed in battle, but he wasn't. He was killed because he had a commander that was a fucking moron that did the thing that always gets everybody killed in friendly fires. He split up his fucking unit, and I was like, boy, this guy is like, I don't have anything to lose. I don't even have a girlfriend. Like, what am I doing?
Do you have a clip of that?
So it turned out to be a good move. Everybody thought I was crazy, and they were right. But for some weird reason, I think of the list this big. You're the first tower. I can't read all that at once. I'm too tongue-tied. I'll check that one later. Thanks so much.
You're the think of it like this, baby. You're the first tower in the RP, and I'm the plane. And you told me you wanted to enlist. I did what had to be done. The second tower was your heart, and I was also the plane.
Jesus.
Yeah, you know, another thing is her father wasn't too thrilled about her dating. I mean, if you could believe this, I used to get talks. You know, the Irish and the Italians don't get along. I'm like, yeah, like in 1912. Well, it's not gangs in New York. Relax, you know. You know, because they were off the boat, and she was a Rutgers graduate. So I mean, he was like, you know, the funny thing is like. I didn't know how to appreciate him. He was a great dad and a great person. I just didn't. I want to get his daughter's pants. I didn't want to fucking hear his bullshit, you know. But like, I ended up having a daughter, so I really connect with the guy now. He was like a first-rate dad, old school European, take no bullshit. You know, if I ever did anything wrong, I'm sure I would have ended up in the fucking tracks under an Amtrak train, you know, and good, you know. But the best thing that happened to him is. I heard. I'm sure he did a pirouette when they found out we broke up, and then apparently like a month later, his son brought him a black girl.
Oh no!
Yeah, that happened twice to two Italian guys I knew. Both were off the boat. Right, that would happen to him. But I think he was so exhausted by fighting me that he just kind of gave in. You know, I don't know if they got married or not. I think they did. And he just like, I think he just gave up the fucking, who needs that kind of bigotry, man? As long as it's so hard to be with somebody that you care about and they care about you. You know, maybe he just kind of woke up to that. It's like, I'm not going to fight with this one. I fought with
To be fair,
I got rid of the Irishman. I'll take care of that. You know?
I think it's easier to hate Irish people than black people.
Me too. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dip real quick. Just wanted to call and say hi. Watch Sasquatch Sunrise. That's my final message.
What is that?
I have no idea.
All right. Little Waka, you're on the air. What's up, man?
All right. What's popping, bro?
Well, you tell me. You're on the show. You're supposed to bring something to the table.
I wasn't in the waiting to call Discord, bro. I was checking if your mic works.
Oh, it works. What do you want?
I was just seeing if my mic works, bro.
It works. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, bro.
Bye. There you go. She always told me I should do something in broadcasting. Sure, she'd be proud now.
Apparently, the movie's called Sasquatch Sunset, not Sunrise, and it's like an art house Sasquatch.
Art house, like a real movie on Bigfoot?
Yeah, I think it just came out.
I don't know. Is it going to be good as Grizzly Man? Because Grizzly
In
Man's
the
the
misty
greatest.
forests of North America, a family of Sasquatches find themselves on a collision course with the ever-changing world around them.
Huh. Ever-changing world. Sasquatchin is interested. Wow, that color was less funny than 9/11 talk. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was interesting. What can I do? If you don't like my stuff, go to lolcow. This episode was not well received. Holy shit. Oh man. So I guess that's all we got. You can watch 9/11 videos for the after show. What do you think? Can we talk about Pearl Harbor? Sure. How about the Lusitania? We could get into that. I don't know. Agent, you got anything else for me? Is there anything else I should review?
I
or
don't got anything.
go over?
Got someone on calls though.
Let's check with Bingus. Hello, Bingus. On here. On here. Bingus?
Bing.
Sorry, Bingus. You're a jerk.
Right, Bingus.
Bye. No DB. You're on here. No DB. You're on here. No DB.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Yeah, since you mentioned lolcow really quickly, I wanted to know. Yeah, you can hear me, yeah?
Yes!
Yeah, you can hear you.
All right. Fucking hell. I wanted to ask, why was the Chud Logic episode so short?
Waste. What did I say?
Ask the editor.
Oh, thanks. I was gonna decide whether I wanted that out there or not. That's what the editor chose.
Yeah,
a lot of people are really angry about
really
that.
poorly done.
A lot of people are angry about that. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't watched the episode, the cut episode. I was really happy with Chud's appearance. Everybody walked away thinking it would be interesting. It was not received that way.
So the thing is, I've only recently been getting into Chud, and I think he's got quite a good perspective on a lot of things. And I imagined the episode was going to be great with him meshing with all the cows, but it wasn't even 40 minutes long, I don't think.
Well, nobody comes in and messes with the cows but me. Nobody messes with the cows but me. If you notice, I don't think people. I don't. Our guests don't seem to want to do that. If you check from Alex Stein, they want to talk to them, and I can't make them mess with them.
I think you'd have to get detractors.
I wouldn't be against that either.
There's a guy you can get called Smokey MC. He's like a lolcow live. He covers videos like on lolcow. He covers.
He'd be a good guest.
He'd be a great guest.
Yeah.
He would shit on them the whole time.
He definitely put the screws to him, but I reckon when it comes to like a controlled setting like that, I reckon he'd end up being pally with her.
He'd be what?
If you got that smoky guy on, I reckon he'd end up being friendly with him in like an episode setting. I reckon he'd put the screws to him in the live setting, which he did before, I think, but that was months ago. But but honestly,
I don't know. You know what I think? I mean, I'm not going to sit there and lecture the fans or anything like that, but you cannot make a podcast where we're constantly name calling the cows. It's impossible.
Oh no, that's not what I'm there for as well, though.
But here's the problem. I'm sure that's the case. That's what I mean. Everybody has a different idea. You know, this is such a good idea from Keemstar's point of view. Everybody has an idea why it'll work and why it won't work, and none of them have any idea of the realities of producing something like that. Now, I'm not saying all the criticisms are illegitimate. I don't think. I think that the fans are, that these people are clip channel people. They don't want stuff that to them appears overproduced. And I don't know. I was really happy with the way it went. The other thing is with Chud too. I mean, you're gonna dump on the editor, don't, because he's getting orders from Keemstar to get it green. And then we're talking about rape review. You can't have it both ways. So there's a lot of situations that people are making suggestions that it's like, can you have it both ways? You can't.
That's true. But is the money really there on the ad rev though? Because the views aren't like crazy.
They're not that great. No. It's nice for me, but it's not life changing. Sure. I mean. I think everybody knows the money. Somebody fucking blabbed it all over the place. So, It's not life changing, but I mean, I bet you could use a couple extra grand a month. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, too bad. Fuck that, man. Like, I can imagine a lot of the money's coming in for the members as well. If there's anything that's going to drive members, it'd be an uncut version of the episodes. But even then, it's a lot more work. But
yeah,
it's catch-22 really.
Well, it seems like I think one of the problems is we're making fucking changes and taking everybody's advice week to week. We got to. I heard one criticism that I liked that we got away from some of the original intention. But then again, the original intent, you can't fuck with those guys every week. And then when we have an actual incident, it's fake. You know, and then, you know, like, and I think there's like probably a group of Discords and there's other people that are just in there to do that. I say embrace the fact that people think it's bad. Because I still enjoy doing it.
I think the shit with the fake shit is Keemstar plays it up too much. If he paid less attention to that, it'd become less of a meme. I don't think it's an actual criticism.
I don't think so either.
If you're not half retarded,
I don't think so.
If you're not half retarded, you can tell what's a bit and what's not. And most of everything that's come out from the podcast,
there's never been. Well, here's another thing. There's never been a bit. Not once. I've never been a part of a bit. I tell you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I tell you right now.
What I'm saying is, you can tell.
All right. I'm sorry. No, I did. The commercial. That was a bit. You know.
What commercial?
The commercial we did for Meta PCs. That was a bit. It's not real.
Yeah, Meta PCs. Shit. Wait, what was that? What was the ad read for? That fucking weird fucking soda, bro. That's some cook shit.
I didn't even take a look at it until afterwards. Somebody he first told me what it was. I was like, holy shit.
Fucking hentai fucking soda.
I don't care. If people want to buy that shit, that's fine with me.
500 milligrams of estrogen per can.
You're funny. All right. Thanks for the call, though. Take care.
Yeah, I'll let you blast. But seriously, get Chud on for a stream. When somebody's kicking off, get him on.
Who's kicking off? Oh,
Chud? Yeah, if somebody's kicking off, get him on for a stream. Yeah, definitely, man. Because he's got the gumption. He'll tell you how.
They hated him.
You didn't get to see that in the episode.
I haven't watched the new episode. They hated him. They hated him. I'm probably getting the blame for that. It was my idea. You know, somebody wrote I put him on because he agrees with me. So I was just floating my own ego. I didn't think.
Wow. Yeah, that's just people fucking nice saying though. Anyway, I'll let you blast.
All right. Take care. Let's see what leader. What do you want? Leader.
Hey, how are we going? So what do you reckon? Do you reckon there'll ever be, do you reckon Tipster will ever get like a redemption arc or something like that?
He's too much of a phony. Yeah, he's bigger phony than Boogie.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, Tipster's the perfect concentration camp guard. I mean, he would literally jump on everything. I mean, I would love people to take a video, especially with the recent Bobax thing of him contradicting himself and his beliefs. It's just he believes in nothing. He's apolitical. He believes in nothing, and he's a YouTube cloud whore. And even when it doesn't work, and the only thing I can rationalize it to is is what Matt says. He kind of just found a place where he feels like he fits in. And I don't think he fits in all well. I think they're weary of him. You know, he's one rumor away if we sent him in there to fuck with everybody. Getting completely discredited. That's the way we did. He's an infiltrator. It'd be funny. But no, I think he would do anything. He would, what he did to me, and he's pretty unapologetic about that. I mean, he doesn't have any kind of ties or friendships, or he doesn't believe anything. He believes in YouTube.
It's that the backflip he did was so strange. It was like, you got, I don't know, you Tipster, Nicholas Zero, Augie kind of worked. I'm not sure how you would, but
it worked.
Back in the day, you did sort of.
Yeah. He would regurgitate our talking points like he regurgitates fucking transgender talking points now. He was very effective. He got hot. I mean, I bet if you took like one of his fucking critical videos of Susie Liu and he would be constant fucking contradictions.
Yo, did you know the soda sponsor? One of the flavors was Tentacle Grape.
Yeah,
and then there's like Fuda Girl Cock Soda.
What?
Whoa.
Or is that?
Whoa.
Did you drink some of the Tentacle Grape yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I'm not going to send that to Germany. I didn't realize it was like anime related because I couldn't see what was going on.
Oh man, if you could have saw that, you would have had some jokes.
I did see Keemstar write something like, Boogie, if you get an advertiser, please run it by me first. I did see that. So
there goes Keem controlling the podcast again.
I don't know.
What if it was
Maybe you might have been right on this one.
What if it was a troll and like you guys just sponsored like a fake product?
That'd be great. Well, I blame Boogie. I had nothing to do with it. Can't get a sponsor on here. Jesus, it's weeb shit. Well, it's funny. It is pretty funny. I don't care. I don't care if it's a weeb shit. I'll fucking sell anything. I'll sell you anything. All right, leader. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tommy.
All right, let's try Bingus again. Bingus, are you gonna help us out here or what?
Yeah, I think that soda thing is similar to what Sam Hyde did in the past with that Brony game, dude. It seems so out of pocket.
Really? It sounds funny to me. I don't give a fuck. I'll advertise.
Yeah,
it.
it's extremely funny, but it doesn't really help Wings and
we're not helping anything. This is not a fucking redemption arc for them. I don't think. If any,
I don't want it to be either.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I think it doesn't help. We're just trying to get an advertiser. Jesus, who gives a fuck? We have to be that. We have to be the most overanalyzed podcast on the planet.
Yeah, people can't just have a good thing. They want to, fight with Boogie and Wings on live.
Yeah. Well, I'd be all.
I was going to come in here about the Chud show, but that was already discussed. So.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything
I was going to say it was too short, way too short.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I can do about that.
All right. Thanks.
Take care. Thanks, Biggins. Let's take. Who's an old school name? Hey, what's your name again? I can't read it.
Heretican.
Yeah. You're on. Shoot. One time.
So what I was just going to say, like about the lolcow podcast, is because obviously I seen Boogie's Twitter video about it as well, saying how like so much stuff had to be cut because like they wouldn't let it on YouTube.
What did he say?
Obviously,
oh, no.
Yeah. Twitter video. He uploaded it while you were streaming.
Oh no! Let me see this. Holy Christmas! What is he doing that
it's
for?
Just stuff about how like his rape review that couldn't go on, talking about that sort of stuff and all that.
Maybe I'll get the blame for this.
Okay, lolcow live.
Hold on. I'm going to play this now.
This last episode sucked. It clocked in at 40 minutes, and here's the reality: we talked for like 90 minutes. The problem was so much of what Chud and us wanted to talk about, YouTube just wouldn't let on the platform. We talked about rape allegations and rape review, which is one of the things that Chud Logic does on his channel. We talked about Tracy Lords and pornography and OnlyFans and all this other stuff. And in the end, YouTube made us cut it. So I can understand why you guys are frustrated.
Nobody made us cut it. We just didn't.
With the episode. I'm frustrated with the episode because it was a really good episode.
We all walked away feeling good about it. Everybody did. We thanked Chud profusely. I thought it was interesting as hell. I just, I think, this. I'll make a criticism. We don't know our audience. I think that's we just simply don't know them, and that's it. And then there's probably a large continuance is they're there to troll, but we don't know the ones they're there enjoying it. We don't know. It's obviously the way we've had it. If there's one criticism, and I'll take that on myself. We don't know who we're dealing with. It's abundantly clear. So what are you gonna do?
And do you reckon that's because like your viewers, Wings' viewers, Boogie's viewers, and Keem's viewers are like so different?
No.
No.
I think. Look, what do you expect to get? Like really, like we're like washed up guys. Two guys that are famous lolcows, and they can't even say that episode 2 episodes ago where I didn't interject all that much. It's just schizophrenic. And that's what it is. The show's to me, deliberately bad, and that's what it is. I don't know what what would make it good. A deep conversation about what are they famous for? The way they're walking like comedian, like clowns. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm a lousy host. I don't know. I would totally accept that. But I don't know what I certainly. Well, if I did know, I'd do it. I don't know what somebody else could get out of them that I don't. And maybe there's a person that could do that. But just calling them a pedophile every week is not going to fucking work because they're going to quit. And who wouldn't? It's not that much money. I think getting it started.
You have a
put a lot of bad taste, and there's a bunch of shit I can't talk about. Rape Review was on the podcast episode. Did Boogie watch the cut version to see what was removed before making this retarded video? I don't know. I haven't even watched it myself.
and fucking YouTube wouldn't let us put it out there. So my question is, if you watch the show.
No, that's not what happened. The editor did the best he could with the orders that he got. That's what happened. Nothing more, nothing less. He did the best he could with the orders that he got. That's it.
So
YouTube didn't call us up and say, you better not put that up. Okay. No. We hired a new editor, and we told him to use his judgment, and he did. And he came up with 40 instead of, he cut things out. I'm not going to dump on him. I'm not going to dump on Connor either. I'll dump on D-Max though. Fuck him.
Would you like to see that part that YouTube made us cut out as a members only video as a bonus? Because I think it's a damn good conversation.
And maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe we should just give it away. If it sucked, give it.
Does he sound sick to you, Tommy?
Boogie?
Yeah.
Every day.
Okay. Just wondering.
I don't know.
But yeah, what originally I was going to say was because judging on what Boogie said, because obviously some stuff you probably would have to count in some episodes, right? So like, why not upload an uncensored version, like still edited but like uncensored to like Rumble? Because Rumble,
these
I think,
are all
like
decisions that I'm not a part of. I just can't comment on any of them.
All right.
Yeah, there's just nothing I could do. I'm not in charge of shit.
Yeah, but has that ever been considered or anything like that sort of thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is we get a lot of advice, and 90% of it is either undoable, a troll, or it's coming from a person that doesn't realize the realities of the situation. I have gotten the only YouTuber that has criticized it was Nicholas. And other than that, I don't know. I mean, it's like if I just let them go off and stuff like that, it'll just be once. Like Wings can skip from. He could do 3 topics in one within 5 minutes. I've noticed that. But I mean, that's kind of funny, and that's kind of my job to bring him in. But then if I do that, then I don't let them talk. If I let them talk, they're all over the fucking place. So it like everything seems to me, and maybe I suck, it's possible, to be a catch-22. You want to make money? Well, you got to cut out the rape. You want it raw. You want it like I mean, there does seem to be like a group of people that think it's a little overproduced. And it's a bunch of shit I can't fucking say. At the end of the day, those things I can't say are just an opinion anyway. All I know is I did the best I could. I'm not peeking past tense. Listen to me. I do the best I can every week. I think it's funny. And maybe this is part like not knowing the audience. I don't know what they want, and I don't know if what they want is achievable. They're lolcows. They're kind of like the funny part is the failure, right? And they're mad that this is failing. You should be getting exactly what you want.
Well, it's failing in a bad way where it sucks, not failing in the way where you have retards on, It's failing because Keen's making
We can't get retards on, probably because of the name of the show.
You don't need retards on. What you need to do is a business model of subscriptions, whether it's memberships or Patreon, so you guys don't have to worry about getting a fucking green check mark every month. And that kills every episode by all the censorship. It takes out all the good content.
Yeah, probably.
If you have memberships and other ways and Patreons and stuff like everybody else doing comedy podcasts, you don't have to pull any of the good shit out because you're already getting paid and you don't have to play YouTube stupid shit.
Yeah, Keem shouldn't be treating this like Drama Alert. He's censoring everything out. Like it's like a 12-minute video. But most long-form content, all you gotta do is censor the first 5 minutes and you get green.
Like, all these podcasts are making like almost 10K a month per person. It's because they have Patreon support and memberships and stuff, and they make the content they want, that their viewers want to see.
I can't disagree with anything. I don't have those kind of pull. What can I tell you? All I know is I'm making the after show free today, and anybody that joins the Discord can see it. That's what I'm doing. So after I read this shit, you guys can come in here and I don't know. We can make fun of murder victims, which is one of my favorite things to do. All right.
You should revisit Nicole for old time's sake.
She asked for it. All right.
Yep. Cheers.
Take care, Big H. Yeah.
Do you have a clip of that?
I was really satisfied. Maybe I saw. Keem needs to tour more Jewish activities in the show. I think if he celebrated 15 holidays and ate some bagels, it would be better. Rabbi. Thanks, Rabbi. Shalom. Shalom. Well, here's the deal. I'm reading Patreons. I'm calling Boogie, and I'm going in there. So you guys can get ready. Let's see. Patreon members. Let's do all this horse shit. Patreon. Current here. No, it's pledge. That's what I want. Here we go. Ashley B, Billy Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody, Everborn, Jenny, Latchkey, Gothboy, Little Manly, Marexon, Nesquick, Oatback, Panic Punk, Pilkington, Reynolds Hughes, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Irish, and that's all. You want your name read? Just give me $10 a month, you jerk. Through Patreon. You also can hook up to the after shows that are normally not free, but today they are. And that's it. That's all I got. Anything else? Anybody else want to say something?
Nope, we're good.
All right, I'll see you in there in a few. See you. Wouldn't want to be you.